Hello, everybody. How are you? This is Jay Matta. I am co-host of Spiritually Raw. I am here with a very dear friend of mine, Elizabeth Joyce, and she's been on the show. So we wanted to bring her out here today with you because she's been on the show and really just approaches spirituality and what we need to tap in from a very different level, very unique level, which is fascinating, and that you're going to be able to see it. She's going to explain that to you in just a moment. We're going to have Elizabeth's information there, right? As you can see, it's displayed right on the site. In addition to that, though, when you do go to her site, for those of you who are really reaching out because you're looking for services and you're looking for ways that someone can help you in there, I want to show you this real quick because I know Elizabeth's going to talk to us about some chakras, but I do want to show you this. This site's pretty cool because it does give you a lot of information. So it's not just a site where you can go through and say, okay, well, how do I book something? She's got real information here for you to start wrapping your head up around that she can keep current, like August astrology, about the angels, numerology. So it's something you can stay on for a little while and really get a vibe for what Elizabeth is doing. So Elizabeth, I'm sure, like anything else, will do a much better job explaining what she does more than I can. So Elizabeth, how are you? It's nice to see you again.
Well, how are you, Jay? It's always good to see you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. So Elizabeth, can you, there's people here watching, okay, because they're looking for help. Okay, they're coming here, they're looking for help, they're looking for direction, whether that be through books, whether that be through sessions. Can you tell us really about who you are and what is your gift that you're able to make available to humanity?
Well, I guess the first thing that I always say is that I'm one of two sets of identical twins. And when you're one of two sets of identical twins, you do have a unique life. My grandmother was from Maine, and she was a shaman, a true shaman, and learned healing and all natural ways of existence. And she trained me as a child. I became ill at 8 years old with TB, and I had to go to New Hampshire for a year to heal. And during that year, my grandmother trained me on how to become intuitive, how to become one with nature. And as she was training me, she learned about my ESP and my psychic abilities, which are very strong. I have been very blessed in life. And then as I grew, I started training and I learned the tarot and I learned all kinds of healing. I learned about the physical body. I actually took courses in college. I took all the pre-nursing courses so I could learn about how the body works. And from then and there, I became a healer, and I do natural healing. And I learned something really neat. I learned how to do distant healing by just not even needing a photograph, by using something called scalar waves. Now, I broke into scalar waves in the 70s before anybody had ever heard the word. And what they are is they're the waves that we see when we have chain lightning. They're the waves that we see when a wire is snapped with electricity and bounces all over the sidewalk and you see those sparks, or even if you light a sparkler. Scalar waves are unique to everybody, and everybody has their own imprint. That's another important thing. So when you're working with somebody, if you have their photograph, you can work with them anywhere in the world and they will receive the energies because it's like a thumbprint. There's only one imprint of who you are, even if you're identical twin, which I found fascinating, Jay. I found so fascinating that twins do not have the same souls and they do not have the same lives. And part of a challenge of a twin is to de-twin in this lifetime. But what I want
to de-twin from this lifetime is
de-twin, to become their own singular person instead of leaning on somebody else. It's very interesting. But what I really want to talk to you today about is the new spiritual chakras. These new chakras were given to me in meditation, and I didn't expect to be receiving them. And we're going to go up a little bit and show you what they look like. And I am designing classes that are going to be available mid-September where you can learn about these chakras and begin to work them for yourself. Richard Schulman, who is a wonderful ascension musician, and I created a meditation that's on my website and it's available. And it's called the New Spiritual Chakras. And you work through it with the rainbow. They're very, very powerful. And I have said that if you can open the 8th chakra or even begin to open the 9th chakra in your lifetime, you've come a long way. And I do have a chart that shows the chakras and the chakra colors and what each chakra does as it opens. And you can email me and I will send you that chart. My books are on Amazon.com. I have written 10 books. 2 of them discuss the new spiritual chakras. One is the Ascension Workbook, and the other one is the new spiritual chakras and how to work with them. I'm teaching through an organization called Embracing Spiritual Frontiers, because as you learn this technique, you will be taken out of the astral plane and into the actual universe. You may not be aware that most psychics and most people that are tuning in go to the astral plane. The secret is to get beyond the astral plane and out into the entire universe, which is the area of the unknown, and bring in new information and higher information to help you with your ascension process and to help you with your healing and to really hone your skills. If you're a light worker, you need to know this. This is a great gift to mankind, and it really needs to get out. It takes you to the higher levels by developing an overall worldview and embracing a world that is going to transcend illusion. We all live in illusions. I have never seen so much illusion as I have this year.
That's true.
But it's very exciting for me, and it's going to be wonderful to watch you unfold and accept your new gifts and powers. We've had a really rough time in the terrible 20s. I named the terrible 20s in 2017, and people said, you shouldn't call it that. You should call it the transformational 20s. Yes, it will be transformational. Yes, we are going into a new life, but we're still going through some terrible times as we watch our old life and our old ways disintegrate. And that's what's happening now.
You've got a lot of information. So when we go to your site and we're taking a look here, your books, I mean, you've obviously authored a lot right here. And then you've got a lot of going on. You got news, advice, resources, your readings here. So this is where people can also check you out for readings. Geez, Elizabeth, this is a lot of dedication. How long have you been really been doing this for?
I started my first website in 1994, and it really started getting out to the public in 96. I started with PayPal in 99, and everybody said, why do you want to go to something like that? And I said, because I want to create virtual money. And it's been very helpful. Yes, there is a lot of information there. There's some articles that will talk about things as they have transformed, and they've been upgraded. Like, for example, talking about the ID card. I said we'd have a national ID card in the early 90s, but now we know it's probably going to be our cell phones. And that's how we're going to be identified as we go through. And Frank St. James is on my site. He's on my radio show I'm on every week, bbsradio.com on Sundays at 10 p.m. And Frank is a wonderful crossover reader. He talks to the other side very easily and very comfortably. So he's been of help.
You have really done an amazing service. I've known you for a while, and just to see you out there and just to see the information and the feedback that a lot of people are getting from you, it's just been really amazing. So we wanted to bring you out and share this with the rest of the world and talk about what you're talking. You definitely got a spin on things here, that's for sure. But a very refreshing approach to what you're doing. So I would encourage those of you who are watching this video right now, that are really reaching out to someone for spiritual guidance, spiritual direction, whether that be a consultation or whether that be a book that you may need to wrap your head around, but there's multiple ways of addressing it, that you do reach out or check out new-visions.com and see how Elizabeth can help you in your journey called life. Elizabeth, any last minute words for people watching here?
Yes. One of the most exciting things that you can do is change energy instantly. You can change it instantly. I'm afraid to write a book. Oh, I'm going to write my book. I can feel it inside. That can happen in 1 second. All you have to do is learn how. And it's easy to access. And of course, the universe is always free. Classes aren't free, but the universe is free. And the energy will absolutely expand you into all areas of delightful light. And you can raise above all the worry and chaos and darkness that we are now enfolded in. And we will be in this darkness for most of the 20s.
All right, well, hang in there, everybody. And again, you're looking for direction. Elizabeth's information is going to be in the description below on your website. So thank you, Elizabeth, for being on here. Thank you for your service to humanity. Thank you, everybody, for having us in your homes, and we will see you next time.
Thank you.